Yeah. One thing I want to point out though is, you asked me to talk about myself and my family a little bit. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I started talking about my family first before mentioning anything about myself. And I think that's a very cultural expression that's unique to Asian people. Even if you just look at the ways that we name our children in our native languages, oftentimes it's the family name first. And then the second character is oftentimes a generational name. So if I had any siblings, we would share the same kind of middle name, who you are as an individual. So that just, I wanted to mention that just because I think it's a very, it's a very foundational thing that I had been aware of in terms of how I relate to the world. And another way to think about it is, kind of the major difference between the East and the West is if you look at classic Disney movies, right? Almost all of them have this narrative of a young person who feels some kind of dissatisfaction with the life that they're living, and they are seeking some kind of adventurous journey to be a part of their coming of age story, and they finally get to defeat whatever obstacles that have been set before them and then reach their potential and fully realize their dream, right? That's kind of the narrative of almost every classic Disney movie, except for the movie Mulan, right? If you look at Mulan, her journey was sparked by this devotion and obedience, and to give honor to her family, with the reality of there's a military draft because the country was going into war, and she says yes on behalf of her ailing father to be able to take his place and to completely shift the way she looks in order to honor her father and protect her father. I think that just really highlights a sort of two very different spectrum of worldviews that really drive us. And for me, I kind of grew up in between both of those. And I think that has greatly impacted how I make decisions and how I navigate through this life. So